How can we prevent the spread of diseases on our poultry farms? Well, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you things that you should do in order to prevent the spread of diseases on your poultry farm. So guys, get tuned. My name is Jacob, a passionate farmer about poultry keeping. On this channel, we talk about poultry farming in general. So if this is your first time on the channel and you have been looking for places that can teach you on how you can run your poultry farm successfully, then you're in the right area. But before you subscribe to the channel, like the video, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. That way you'll never miss out in case I upload any new video, of course, about poultry farming. Poultry farming is one of the good businesses that I can advise you to venture into because they really make lots of profits when you invest your money into them. But just like any other businesses, they also have some risk or the bad sides of it. And when it comes to poultry farming, there are things like the diseases, the high cost of feeds, stuff like that, which you must be very careful to avoid in order for you to get huge profits at the end. So guys, if you are one of the people that have been really disturbed on the issues with the diseases on the poultry farm, then you're very lucky, because in today's video, I'm going to be telling you all the things that you should do in order to prevent the spread of diseases on your poultry farm, if you have one. And if you don't have one, then you will be well versed with all the things that you should do in order to prevent the spread of diseases on your poultry farm. Number one is that we should have a proper poultry structure or a poultry house for our birds. Before you even bringing in your birds, the poultry house or the house where you want to keep your birds really matter a lot. I've seen some farmers keeping poultry birds like layers, broilers in an house where it was supposed to be for the people to stay inside there. But for some reasons, you will find them putting these birds inside that house, which is meant for human beings to stay in. Then, how do you expect your birds to grow very comfortably? First, the house doesn't have a proper ventilation, which means that even if you bring good quality birds, the environment where the birds are staying alone is actually a big disaster to these birds. That will be very, very hard for your birds to breathe. In other words, they will suffocate and most of them will die because there is no any proper aeration on your poultry structure. These birds, especially the commercial birds, they really need the air 24/7. So if you lack the air inside your house, then your birds are really going to die. So guys, before bringing in our birds, let's make sure that we have a good proper poultry house. In fact, I have made a video where I have talked so much on how you should construct your poultry house in a cheap and easy way. So you can go and watch the video. That will help you so much when it comes to building your poultry house. Let us avoid the things like, I have a room somewhere, an idle room which is empty, so I can put in my birds and then I can start keeping them there. No, that is not how it works. The second thing is that keep your poultry house clean. With this, I don't mean that you should be collecting each droppings from the chicken outside. No, I mean things like the litter, the drinkers, all the things must be very clean. With the litter, make sure that your litter is actually very dry all the time. Make sure that you ensure regular raking of the litter so that it can be fresh and dry. And then second is with the drinkers. Your drinkers must be very clean. Make sure that you should wash your drinkers every day. That way it will help so much in preventing diseases that will come from the results of the dust in the water. On top of the litter, before bringing another batch of the birds, make sure that the litter that the previous birds have been using, you bring it out, disinfect the house 3 or 4 times, bring in the litter and again disinfect that litter. Afterwards, you can bring in your birds. That way, your birds will be very safe, because if you are to bring your birds using the same litter which you have used with the previous birds, then that old litter may have some infections, then may spread it to other birds which you have brought, thus breeding diseases inside your poultry farm. Number 3 is by restricting visitors to your poultry farm. When you start your poultry farm, you are starting it as a business, not something like a tourist site or stuff like that. That's a business. So you must be very humble to abide by these laws. I can call them laws because once you break them, then problems will come inside your poultry farm. As we all know, poultry diseases are carried 80% by human beings. So these people that are coming inside your poultry farm, you will never know where they have come from. Maybe they are from other farms, or they are from other places where they have also birds. And let's say that he or she brings another diseases from somewhere and then brings it into your poultry farm. What will that be? Of course, a loss. So we must restrict visitors into our poultry farms unless that person is coming to do some important roles inside your poultry farm, like a vet. Even if a vet, you must be very careful with these vets, because these vets are the same people that move to every farms every day. So you will never know also what kind of diseases this vet has brought from some farms inside your poultry farm. I'm not saying that you should now restrict the vets from coming inside your poultry farm. No, but you should give them tight measures that they should follow. You should have gumboots at your poultry farm. You should have bathrooms, disinfectants, so that when they come inside your poultry farm, they will follow all these procedures before entering inside the poultry house. 4 is that be careful when adding birds, and this is more especially to farmers who are doing local chicken or sometimes layer birds. Let me say that a farmer starts with 100 layers, and at some point you may hear somebody somewhere selling his birds. You can jump and then go and get these birds with the intention of increasing the number of your birds inside your poultry farm, not knowing the clear reason why this person is selling off his or her birds. And then you will realize it later that these birds have been infected with diseases and then have also transferred the diseases to the rest of the birds that you have been having before. With this, I don't recommend you to be adding birds anyhow. If you have started with 100 layers, keep those 100 layers until you sell them off. This issue of adding things will bring us problems at the end. The next one is vaccinate your birds against all poultry diseases. There are lots of poultry diseases out there, but the good thing is that all these poultry diseases are vaccinatable. So make sure that you follow the vaccination schedule given to you when you are buying your day-old chicks, and vaccinate them at the right time required for you to vaccinate them. That way it will really help so much in preventing the spread of diseases on your poultry farm. Because once you vaccinate your birds when they have not yet been infected, even if that disease comes now, your birds will not be affected because they now have that immunity that can fight this disease. But you should not vaccinate your birds when they are now ill or when they are now being affected with the disease. The next one is have a proper biosecurity measures on your poultry farm. With the issue of the biosecurity, I am not going to talk anything much on this. In fact, in every video that I was uploading, I was talking very much on biosecurity measures on our poultry farm. And I've also dropped a video where I talked largely on the biosecurity measures. So if you want to know more about biosecurity, you can go in one of my videos and then watch it. Number 7 is proper disposal of dead birds. I cannot say that even if you follow all the things correctly, you will never lose a bird. No, I can't lie to you like that. Of course, you may have some random birds dying without even you knowing what could have killed it. So you must properly dispose these birds which have died with unexplained death in a safe place where others cannot have access into it. Once you just drop it anyhow, then other birds may have access to it and then may eat it. And at the end, you will find that all your birds are dying. If you can burn these dead birds or bury them, it will be okay. The next thing is that have a sick bay inside your poultry farm. I know this point sounds really unique to some of you out there, but yeah, you must have a sick bay inside your poultry farm. With the look of the birds or how your birds behave, you can notice that this bird over here is not feeling well. So you can pick it and then isolate it in the sick room and then start giving it treatments. And after it have recovered, then you can bring it to the rest of the birds. And most of these poultry diseases start spreading from one bird to another. By you identifying these sick birds early, it will be like you are fighting the spread of diseases on your poultry farm. But when you leave it like that, or when you don't have a sick bay, then a certain bird may be sick, then it will be very easy for it to spread the disease to the rest of the birds. The last one is that you must have a vet, a veterinary doctor who should inspect your house or your poultry farm once in a while, at least like once in 1 month or twice in 1 month. That will be very helpful to the growth of your birds. So guys, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. That way you'll never miss out in case I upload any new video. And if you have any question regarding poultry farming, don't hesitate. Drop it in the comment section. I am willing to answer at any time. Otherwise, thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye-bye.